All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's get started in our sky. I'm doing a vertical painting today. I don't really like doing them because they don't fit the camera well, but sometimes you just kind of have to. I mean, it's just the subject matter that you have. It just needs it needs to be vertical. I mean, I don't really like to do them because, as I said, but that's just how it works out sometimes. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to make this a really light blue sky, and I'm using a 1-inch brush because it's already dirty. And I'll probably take a 2-inch brush and run across it. I do have liquid white up here, by the way. I almost always do in my sky, unless it's really a small sky. I'm just going to bring this on down. I'm not sure how far to bring it yet. I'm going to have some branches hanging over in this area. But I don't know where my tree's going. It may cover this area, I'm not sure. I was going to get a 2-inch brush, but maybe this will work. I just want something kind of light. I might even take a little Prussian blue, darken it just a little bit in these corners. I like it dark in the corners and at the top. Most people do. Makes it look a little better. Just run it down a little bit here on the side. Yeah, let me get me a 2-inch brush. I need to feather that out just a little. I hate to dirty one up just for this little bit, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I think it looks a lot better if it's feathered. Because this is about it. That's it for the sky. I think I'm gonna make this barn red today. I don't do a lot of red barns, but I think today I will. This is alizarin crimson right here. I'm gonna have to make it a little darker on that side, but it'll probably work good for this. It's kind of a dark red. And since this is a barn, you know, and it's kind of old, so to speak. Most barns do have a little age on them. Alizarin crimson will probably work pretty well. It could even stand to be a little bit darker than that. Mix a little brown in it, see how that looks. A little bit more. Brown and red's a good color. Even though this isn't pure red, it's close enough for me. Yeah, brown looks pretty good in there. You could mix it right on. So you could mix it right on the canvas if you want. Throw some of this stuff in here real quick. I'll probably have a door. This is a little offshoot here of this barn. I think I'm gonna have a door right there. Now this side here is definitely darker. Take more brown. This is burnt umber. Alizarin crimson. Mix it up even more. Make it even darker. Maybe even a touch of raw umber. That'll really darken it. I'll finish most of this off camera because it takes so long, but this is all I'm doing is putting some color down on here right now. And I'll form this out. For the top, we might make it kind of brownish. Maybe a dark brown. I think I want the sun to be coming down at this angle today. So that's what we're just going to make this kind of a brownish color. Let me finish putting the collar in here. This is a door. So this will be dark. I don't know, I may have something sticking out, maybe a little front end of a tractor or something. I don't know, something different. All right, let's go ahead and let's put some grass in. We determined that the sun was going to be coming down at this direction. So there's going to be, this will probably be all pretty light in this area right in here. And I wiped all my oil off of here that I had on here. And now I'm left with a stain. That's getting color down on your canvas because that's not the final product of what I done a while ago. And we got our canvas stained. It's still wet, but it's not as wet. Yeah, if you've never oil painted before, and a lot of people haven't, that's what you have to do sometimes, because I want to keep painting on it. And that stuff, and the paint that I put on there a minute ago is really, really wet. So I have to wipe it off. And I mean, as I said, it's still wet, but it's not as wet, which makes it a little better. We're going to start with our lighter colors to show distance in our painting, because the further away something is, the lighter in color, and as we come closer to ourselves, as it comes closer toward us, it's going to get darker. So this is yellow ochre I'm putting in here right now. I'll put a little bit more, and then I'm going to switch over to some green. The sun's coming down this way, so this is going to be the brightest area. Now we're switching over to green. And I do it this way, then I'm going to take my 1-inch brush and I'm going to rub everything together. This is just getting color down on the canvas. That's really all this is. A little bit right in here. This is not the final product. I'll go over everything again with the fan brush. This is supposed to be a little pond. I think I'll keep it at the moment. I might change my mind. I don't know. You got to be flexible when you paint sometimes. And I have nothing to look at, so this is the only thing I had to look at was this. And I mean, I don't even know where it is now, but I sketched this out, and I don't know where it is. I was trying to think, what did I do with that picture of that barn? I paint a lot, so I lose track of some stuff. This is Prussian blue I'm using down here. I want this area pretty dark. I'm even going to throw some crimson in here, alizarin crimson. I want this real dark down here at the bottom. And Prussian blue and alizarin crimson will do it. Let's put some. This is going to be dark in that area. I know this is going to be a shadow area. We'll make this a little darker over in here on the edge. Like I said, I got plenty of crimson here, more than I thought I would have left. I'm just going to use it. Won't hurt a thing. Blue and red make purple. Just make it nice and dark. Okay, let me get me a 1-inch brush. Make sure it's clean, and it is. We'll start in the yellow, work our way down. Do not start in the blue and work your way up. That'd be disastrous. And all we're doing is staining this canvas. Let's get all of our yellows done first. I'm going to clear up to the barn. Get all the yellow done first. Just try to stay out of that blue for as long as you can. We're going to have to get into it here in just a minute. But that's okay. Just stay out of it as long as you can. We know we got to get in it. Okay, we're just about in it. I'm going to go ahead and rub some of this out. Okay, here we go into the blue. Blue is a very, very, very strong color. I may wind up wiping some of this off, and that's all right. The blue is really, really, especially Prussian blue. Any type of blue, but especially Prussian. And it's a strong. That's why I said you get it in your brush. Your brush can't be really used for anything else at that point. That blue just takes over. Well, that's about what I want. I probably could have, and I can fix this with a fan brush. Maybe I should have made this a little lighter, but that's okay. That's not a problem. All right. All right, let me show you what I'm doing here. I'm doing this one a little different than I typically do. I'm making marks with my boards. I usually use a knife, and I just experimented with this brush, and I thought, yeah, it don't look too bad. But you got to be, I mean, this is an old barn. These lines are not perfectly straight because I don't want them to be. They shouldn't be. We're going to start right here, and I'm twisting my brush. I'm hitting it really light. I'm actually going to have a board here, so that'll probably be covering that. But just for something different, for a different look, I'm just using a brush. And these do not have to be perfect. And if I don't like them, I can get right beside of them and kind of smear this a little bit, and it'll reduce the width of the boards, but I think I kind of like this. You want them different sizes. As I said, this does not have to be perfect. This is not a new build, so to speak. This is this is an old barn. I think I'm gonna put a board here, so I'm just gonna stop with that one right there. I'm lightly touching it. It actually, I think it looks pretty nice because the lines are a little bit wavy, which is what you would think to see when you see an old barn. But anyways, I just wanted to show you what I'm doing here. I usually use a knife, and that's fine. But today, I thought I'd do something different. I may put a hole right here, hayloft. You can do this, and if you find out you don't like it, this paint is still wet. Get rid of it. Oil painting can be forgiving in that sense, that's for sure, if you catch it while it's still wet. I'm trying to think if I want one of these horizontal boards right here. I'm not sure. Maybe I do. All right, I'm back again. I made my road a little wider right here and brought it up a little bit. I'm not finished with it, but I didn't like the way the perspective was not right. I'm gonna wind up I'm not done with that either, but I just want to show you what I'm doing. I'm gonna go ahead and put some fence posts in right here, right behind the little pond. Right behind the pond. Let's see here. Let's probably put one here. I'm not sure how big to make them yet. We're going to put them in and we're going to figure it out. I'll put them in kind of small, and that way if we mess up, we can fix it. I want this one a little taller, I think. I'm using raw umber. To me, it's a mixture of brown and black. That's what it looks to me like. Well, I can already see I probably should have done this a little different. I need to make these bigger. See, we can fix this. This is not a problem. This is why we do things like this. I probably need one there. I probably need one here. I probably should have put one here. I wanted about maybe 5. Let's put one right here. They should have been wider and taller, but that's okay. We will fix this. There's 4. Let's put 1. There. And we'll leave this one here. Let's make them a little. I should have put a leaner in. That's okay. All right. Let's get rid of what we done here that we don't want. Just take you a towel, just a paper towel, shop towel, or whatever. Just wipe it off. And we will put our grass back. I'm showing you how to do this in case you don't know. It's not hard to do when the paint's wet. It's when it dries it's a problem. Just take you, I got my fan brush out. I had to fix something over here a while ago anyway, so this is not a problem. And we just covered up what we did. So you can't even see it was there. Nor would you notice anyway after the painting's done, unless you watch the video. Okay, so now let me get me a paper towel. I think I'm gonna put a few, let me get some raw umber. Let's see, let's put some connections on these here. One there, one here. And wipe your brush off because you're picking green up. This is the next day. I started this yesterday, so this paint is still wet. Let's put one right here. See, I've got yellow on my brush from the grass. Let's put one here. We don't want it real nice and straight. We want it a little crooked. And I don't know, maybe one more, but that might be it. I don't mind how this looks really. Let's see. Let's do it down this way. This one's on the ground. I'll make this just a little taller. And that's probably all we want, I think. Let's go ahead, and these are real wet, so it ain't gonna hurt anything. Let's go ahead and take some white. Oh, almost did it the wrong way. See, that's why you always gotta know which way the sun's coming. Sun's coming down this way. These go on the right side. Just throw a little bit in. Wipe your brush off. As you know, we just put these in. I'm using pure white because this paint is so wet. It's not going to hurt a thing. I'm actually using this same big brush. And I'm just going to keep doing that for a few minutes and I will be right back. Okay, I think we're going to be wrapping it up here in a minute. I've been working here a little bit. I put one of these in here. I'm going to put some flowers right in here. And I'm going to use some of my favorite colors, just like I always do. Make some of these red. I think I probably should. I'll make these red. I might make these a different color because I just realized my burner's red, even though I've been looking at it for hours. I'll put some red right here. Yeah, I think I need a different color other than red. I'll put a couple of flowers right here. Red ones. Put 3 there. I might use some cerulean blue. Cerulean blue. Before I do that though, let's go ahead and finish these red ones now that I'm thinking about it. This is Cad Red Light is what I'm putting on here now. Oh, it looks so good. Cad Red Light, I love it. Now I'll wipe my brush off and hopefully it don't affect the color. Let's put one, let's start down here where it's not real obvious. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. I really like this color of blue. I think a lot of people do. I kind of just discovered it not long ago. I mean, I basically use the same colors all the time. I think one more will do it. Let's put it right. Let's put it right here. Now let's put some white on it. I think it looks good when you put a little white on it. Just for an extra color, if for no other reason. As long as you can get the stick. Now, I may switch brushes real quick. Put some white on that red. Let's set some, if I can get some clean white. Well, folks, that looks like a wrap. I think it turned out pretty good. I like it. I like barn paintings. Hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe for more future videos. Thanks for watching.